Good morning, students. Welcome back again. I hope you all are doing good at home. Today, we are going to begin with the new chapter, that is chapter number 2, Forms of Business Organization. Let us start now. The first topic is meaning of business organization or enterprise. Let us first of all see what is the meaning of business organization or enterprise. Okay, see the explanation below. A business enterprise is an institutional arrangement to form any business activity. On the basis of ownership, business enterprises can be divided into following three categories. See, students, what is the meaning of business organization or enterprise? See, a business organization or enterprise is an institutional arrangement, means it is a kind of institution, okay, to form any business activity, right? Business enterprise or business organization is a type of institution where different business activities are carried out. Okay, business enterprises or business enterprises or organization is what? It is an institutional arrangement. Okay, it is a type of institution, it is a kind of institution. Okay, and why it is formed? It is formed to carry out the business activity. Okay, that is the institution where different business activities are carried out. That type of institution is known as your business organization, right? Now, on the basis of ownership, okay, on the basis of ownership, business enterprises can be divided into following three categories. Okay, we know that there are different types of owners. Okay, now let us see. Owners means who actually own the business. Okay, on the basis of that, the business organization or business enterprise is divided into three types. Let us see. First is private enterprise, second is public enterprise, and the third is joint sector enterprise. See the explanation below. Private enterprises owned, managed and controlled by private person. See, private enterprise means any private business. Okay, any private business which is owned, means the owner of the business plus the management and the controlling, all the things are done by the private person. Okay, here there is no involvement of any government or anything, right? So the enterprise or the organization which is owned and it is managed and it is controlled by a private person is known as private enterprise. Okay, the owner of the enterprise will be a private person in the private enterprise, right? Now, coming to the next, public enterprise. Public enterprise is what? Owned, managed and controlled by government. Okay, means here who is the owner of this enterprise, public enterprise? The government. Okay, here who was the owner? The private person. Okay, so private enterprise, in private enterprise the owner is the private person, but in government enterprise the owner is the, sorry, in the public enterprise the owner is the government, and the government manages and control the enterprise. So public enterprises are the enterprises which are owned, managed and controlled by the government. Okay, so these, so all this thing, the management and controlling of the enterprise in the business is done by the government only. No private person is involved, right? Now the last is joint sector enterprise. As the name suggests, joint sector. Joint sector means it is the combination of both private sector and public sector, right? That is why it is written. See the explanation. It is owned, managed and controlled by private and government enterprise. Okay, so joint sector enterprise is what? Joint sector enterprise is owned, managed and controlled by private and government enterprise. It means that the private people can also contribute in the enterprise, plus the government also contribute in the enterprise. Okay, means both of them are the owner and they carry out the management and controlling of that enterprise, joint sector enterprise, in which both of them are involved. Okay, private person is also involved and the government is also involved. Those type of organization or enterprises are known as joint sector enterprises. Clear with this? So business organization are of different types: private, public and joint sector. In private enterprise, it is completely owned by the private person. In in private enterprise, it is owned by the private person. In public enterprise, it is owned by the government, and in joint sector, it is owned by both private and the government enterprises, right? So the meaning of organization is clear. Okay, organization or the business organization is an institution where different business activities are carried out. There are basically three categories of business organization: private enterprises, public enterprises and joint sector enterprises. Okay, now see, as we have studied, there are different types of organization: private enterprises, public enterprises. Okay, now there are different types of private enterprises and different types of public enterprises. See the name: types of private enterprises. Under private enterprises, what are, see the types of the private enterprises: 1. Sole proprietorship. 2. Partnership. 3. Hindu joint family business. 4. Cooperative society. 5th, joint stock company. Okay, so these are the types of private enterprise. Okay, in private enterprise also there are different types of business organization. Okay, so these are the different types of business organization, okay, under private enterprise. Now different types of public enterprises. Under public enterprises, there are also different types of organization. What are they? See, first, departmental undertaking, second, statutory corporation, and third is government company. Okay, so public enterprise also has different categories or different types. Now, in this chapter, okay, in the second chapter, in this chapter we are going to study only about the types of private enterprises. Okay, we will study about all these types of private enterprises in full detail, and in the next chapter, that is the third chapter, in the third chapter we are going to study about types of public enterprises, right? So in this chapter we will study only about types of private enterprises, right? Now let us move to the next topic, that is forms of business organization or enterprises, basically the private sector. Okay, so as I told you that in this chapter we are going to study only about private sector, right? Now let us see different types of private sector organization. See, under private sector organization, the first is sole proprietorship. Okay, see, all these things we will study in detail. Okay, so here just you see the names. Okay, sole proprietorship, second is joint Hindu family business, third is partnership, fourth is cooperative society, and the fifth is company. Okay, so these are the 5 types of business organization, private business organization, which we are going to study in this chapter in complete detail, right? Let us move now. See, let us start with the first topic, that is sole proprietorship. Okay, sole proprietorship. As you have seen here, the first one is sole proprietorship. Students, don't bother about all these details. Okay, as we move on to the next topic, as we'll move further, we will study about all these details which are given. Okay, topic by topic. Let us start with the first topic now, that is sole proprietorship. Let us start now. The first topic is sole proprietorship. What is the meaning of sole proprietorship? See, sole proprietorship means a form of organization in which there is only one owner of the business. He himself manages and is the only recipient of all profits and losses. See students, sole proprietorship. Okay, sole proprietorship. What is the meaning of sole proprietor or sole proprietorship? See here, Sole means only, only. Sole means only, and proprietor means owner. Okay, so sole proprietorship form of the organization means what? In sole proprietorship, only one owner is there. That is why it is written sole means only and proprietor means owner, means only owner. Okay, only one owner. Okay, see the explanation. Sole proprietorship means it is a form of organization. Okay, it is a form of organization in which there is only one owner of the business. Okay, this is the type of organization in which how many owner are there? There is only one owner of the business. Okay, he himself manages and is the only recipient of all the profit and losses. Means he is the only person, he is the only owner, so the business will be managed by himself. Okay, he is the only one who is going to manage the business activity. So sole proprietorship form of organization, it is the form of organization in which there is only one owner and that owner is going to manage the business alone. Okay, and he is the only recipient of profit and losses, means whether the business will earn profit or whether it suffer from loss. Okay, it will be managed by whom? The owner of the business. Okay, only one owner is there, so he will be responsible for the losses, and if the profit incur, then he will enjoy the profit all alone. Okay, so that is why it is said that he is the only recipient of all profits and losses. Okay, he will not share his profit and losses with anybody. Okay, because there are no other owners. Okay, because he is the only single owner of that business, so whatever happens he is going to enjoy alone. Okay, he is going to receive all that alone, right? Now see the second point, that is sole proprietorship is a business owned, managed and controlled by a single individual. What is sole proprietorship? Proprietorship, as I told you, it is the only owner, means there is only one owner. Okay, so sole proprietorship is a business in which is owned, managed and controlled by a single individual, means the owner of the business is a single owner. Okay, so he is going to he is the owner of the business. Okay, only single individual is the owner of the business and he is the only one who is going to manage all the activities of the business. Okay, and he is the only one who has the control power of the business. Okay, so all the management power, all the control power, everything is in the hand of single individual. Okay, single individual means the owner, right? For example, you take the example of grocery shop. Okay, grocery shop, that is a kind of sole proprietorship business, right? In that only one owner is there. Okay, so that is a kind of sole proprietorship form of organization, generally your grocery shops. Understood? So what is sole proprietorship? Let us quickly revise. Sole proprietorship means it is a form of organization in which there is only one owner of the business and he is the only one who will receive all the profit and losses, and he is the one who is going to own the business, who is going to manage and control the business completely. Okay, there are no other owner, he is the only owner of the business. Okay, so you understood the meaning of sole proprietorship? It's very easy, students, right? Now let us move to the next topic, that is features of sole proprietorship. See students, features of sole proprietorship. The first feature is single ownership. Let us see what are the characteristics features of sole proprietorship. The first one is single ownership. As the name suggests, you are studying, like you have studied in the definition and the meaning also, single ownership. Single ownership means only one owner is there. Okay, so the sole proprietor, see the explanation, the sole proprietorship firm is owned by the single individual only. He is sole owner of the assets and resources of the business. Correct? It means that the sole proprietorship form of organization is the one in which it is owned by only one individual. As I told you, there is only one owner, okay, single individual who is owning the business, and he is the sole owner, he is the only owner, he is the only one owner of all the assets and the resources of the business. Whatever the assets are, like I told you, assets means your machineries, etc. Okay, so whatever the assets of the business are, and whatever the resources, okay, like your land, your property, anything, any resources, okay, all the resources of the business plus all the assets, it is owned by whom? The owner itself. Okay, so that is why it is said it is a single ownership. Why? Because there is only one owner, and all the assets and all the resources of the business is owned by him only. Okay, now coming to the second one, that is formation and closure. Formation and closure means what? See, no legal formalities are required to start, manage and dissolve such business organization. Okay, it means that formation and closure means to start the business and to close the business. Okay, means to form the sole proprietorship business and to close the sole proprietorship business. There is no requirement of any legal formalities, okay, to start the business, to manage the business, or to dissolve it, okay, to dissolve it or to close it. Okay, there is no requirement of any legal formality, because sole proprietorship firm are generally of small size, and there is only one owner, so there is no such legal formalities are required. Okay, it is a very simple form of organization, no complication formalities are required. See the next, in some cases a license might be required, but otherwise forming and closing sole proprietor business is very simple. See, in some cases license might be required, means in some kind of business like your alcohol business or your drug stores, okay, so chemist shop. So in these kinds of organization, in these kinds of shops, okay, they require license to form that, license for the formation of the business. Okay, to start the business they require license. So these are the exceptional cases. Okay, but in general, like you take the example of any grocery shop, okay, any simple small shop, dress shop, there is no legal formalities are required, okay, by the government. Now, and the forming and the closing process is also very simple, there is no complication, right? Now the third is unlimited liability. Students, what is the meaning of liability? Okay, you have, like, you might have studied in your accountancy also. Liability means what? Liability means like it is a sum of money which is required to be paid. Okay, it is a sum of money which has to be paid to the others. For example, like people have liabilities such as like loans, okay, mortgages which they have to pay, means they are liable to pay in near future. Okay, so liabilities are generally the money, the sum of money which has to be paid in the future. Okay, so in this, the owner of this business has unlimited liability. What does that mean? See, the liability of owner is unlimited, there is no limit. Okay, there is no limit of the liability. Why? Let us see. In case the assets of business are not sufficient to meet its debt, the personal property of the owner can be used for paying debts. As students, let's suppose if the business organize, if the owner has taken the loan, okay, and he has to pay back the loan, definitely, right? So his liability is what? To pay back the loan. And that is why it is said that it has the single owner, means the owner of the sole proprietorship has unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means what? Let's suppose, I'll take the example, I'll give you an example, that if a owner has taken the loan, okay, and if it is a debt for him, okay, because he has to pay the loan back, okay, so generally if he is not able to pay the loan, okay, if he is not able to pay the loan, then the assets of the business means all the machineries, okay, and like your land, everything will be sold out. Okay, everything will be sold out, okay, to pay the debt. Okay, they will take their assets, they will take their machineries, everything, okay, so to meet their debts. And if the assets are not sufficient, okay, if the business assets are not sufficient, then they will take their personal property also, okay, for paying the debts. Okay, so single ownership has unlimited liability, means they do not have limited liability, they have unlimited liability. Why it is said as unlimited? Because for paying the debt, okay, for paying the money which they are liable of, okay, for paying the money, they have to use their assets of the business. Okay, if they are not able to pay, then they will sell out their machineries, they will sell out their land property, they will sell out their business property completely to pay the debt. They have to sell out their business property to come to pay the debt. And if the business property is also not sufficient, then they have to use their personal belongings also, personal property also, to what, to pay the debt. That is why it is said that not only the business assets or the business property, that is why it is said that they do not require only the business property, but also the personal property also, if they are not able to pay the debts, right? That is why it is said that they have unlimited liability. Okay, the liability is not limited only to the business, they have to even sell out their personal property also to pay the debts. Okay, now the next is individual risk bearing and profit recipient. Very simple, by the sentence itself you can identify. Okay, means they are the individual owner, they are the single owner, so whatever the risk will be there in the company, they will bear the risk alone. Okay, because they are the only owner, and whatever the profit they are earning, they will receive the profit alone, and they will enjoy the profit alone. Okay, see the explanation. It means the owner bears all the losses and enjoys all the gains. As I told you, if the losses are incurred in the business, then the owner has to bear the losses all alone. And if they have gained profit, then they will enjoy the profit all alone by themselves, right? They will enjoy the profit all alone. Okay, no other owner is there, so he will alone, not themselves, he will alone enjoy all the profit. Okay, now see the next one, fifth, that is one man control. By the word itself you can identify one man control means the control power is in the hand of one man. Okay, because in this form of organization there is only single owner, so control power will be in the hand of only owner. Okay, so see the explanation. Sole proprietor has full power to control and manage such organization, as he is the sole owner of the firm. Very correct, means full power means to control all the activities of the organization, to manage all the activities of the organization. He is the only one who has complete power. Okay, nobody else has the power, because he is the sole owner, he is the only owner of the business. So all the control power, all the management power is in the hand of the owner itself, right? See the next, no separate legal entity. See students, it is very simple to understand. See the explanation. The business has no separate existence or entity than that of the businessman. All the assets and the liabilities of the business are that of the businessman. Very correct. See, as I told you, the sole proprietorship form of the organization is what? See, the sole proprietorship form of the organization is generally a business which is owned, managed, and controlled by a single individual. Okay, only single individual is there, only one owner is there. So all the assets and all the liabilities of the business are of the businessman, means it is of the owner, no other owner is there. So all the assets of the business, like your machineries, your land property, etc., all the liabilities, whatever the payment has to be made, okay, all that is of the businessman only. Okay, see, the business has a no separate existence or entity than that of the businessman. the business has no separate existence or entity. See student, what does it mean? That in sole proprietorship form of organization there is only one owner. Okay, means the owner is the what? The owner is the one who completely owns the business. Okay, it is his own property. Okay, it is his own firm. Okay, and in the firm he has the complete right over that firm. Okay, it is not the property of any other manager or any other director, like you see in many companies. Okay, the owner of the company or the founder of the company is different and the managers are different. Okay, right? So there it is a separate legal entity because the owner is different, who is owning the company, and the managers in generally in the big organization. Okay, the owner is different and the organization, in the organization there are different managers, different directors. Okay, so in that organization we can say that they have separate legal entity, means in that owner is different and the management is different, managers are different. But in this, in sole proprietorship, we have only one owner, so the owner is same and he is the only one who is the manager. Okay, he is the only one who is having complete right over the business, he is the only one who is the owner of the property, there is no other manager, no other director. Okay, so that is why it is said that it is not separate legal, it has no separate legal entity. Okay, no separate legal entity is there because all the assets and the liabilities of the business are of the businessman only. Okay, he is the owner of the property, he has the right in that property, he is the owner of the firm, there is no other manager or director. Okay, so he is the whole sole owner of the firm and he has a complete right over his firm and the property. That is why it is said there is no separate legal entity. Right? Understood? Now see the seventh one, lack of business continuity. It is very simple to understand. See students, since business and owner are one, so death, insolvency, etc. will affect the business. As I told you, the business and the owner are one, means the business is owned by the single owner, so he is the only owner of the business. Okay, no other managers are there. Okay, no other owners are there. So if any death or insolvency of the business, if the business goes insolvent or if the business goes bankrupt, okay, so in that case it will definitely affect the business because no other managers are there, no other owner is there who will continue the business, so the business will ultimately get closed. Okay, so that is why it is said there is lack of business continuity because we are not sure that, like, it is not sure that the business will continue for a long time or not, because if any death or insolvency occurs then the business may shut down, right? So there is lack of business continuity as we are not sure that business will continue for a longer period or not, right? Now the last is small size. It's very simple students, see the explanation. The sole proprietorship firms operate on a very small scale. That's correct. As the funds are arranged by one person, total management and control lies in with one person only. Small scale means small size or small area. Okay, see, proprietorship form of organization is the one in which there is only one owner. Okay, and the owner is the only one who has to arrange all the funds, all the resources for his business. Okay, he is the only one who is managing the business, he is the only one who is controlling each and everything of the business. Okay, so it is not easy for him to manage and arrange all the funds all alone. So that is why it is not possible to open the shop in a large area or to open the shop in the large size. That is why it is said that generally in the sole proprietorship form of organization they operate on a very small scale or very small size. Okay, because they do not have, like, the owner do not have sufficient funds, they have limited funds because they are the only one, okay, to arrange all the resources, all the funds. Okay, so it is not possible for a single person to arrange huge funds, to arrange large amount of funds. That is why, due to the shortage of fund, they operate in a small size. Okay, that is why it is written that they operate in a very small scale, right? So today we have studied about what? Today we have studied about the meaning of business organization, what the business organization mean. Okay, we have studied about different types of business organization. There are three categories of business organization: private, public and joint sector enterprise. Okay, we have studied about the types of private enterprises and types of public enterprises, and I told you in this chapter we are going to study about only the private enterprises, right? Now we have studied about the forms of business organization, generally a private sector. So we have started with the first point, first type, that is sole proprietorship. Okay, so we have seen the meaning of sole proprietorship. It is very simple and very easy to understand, and we have also seen the characteristics, features of sole proprietorship, right? So that was it, student. Further topics will continue in the next class. Thank you.